Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. Sorry I'm a little late. I was actually, believe it or not, preparing a statement. I know I make it sound like it's big news, right? But by that I mean, sorry, I don't know what's happening here with these cards. What I mean by that is there's something that I've been focusing on too much. And I really, really want to clear that up. And I don't think I've mentioned it often on the Daily Vibe, but it's been stuck in my head and it's been bothering me. And then one day I thought, or this morning, just as I was getting ready to do the vibe, good morning, baby sibling. How you doing, beautiful? Just as I was getting ready to do the Daily Vibe, I thought, you know what? There's something I just need to get off my chest, and it's something that I really, really, really need to get off my chest. So I just wrote something down because I didn't want to mess it up or anything. Sorry, I'll get to this in a second. But yeah, it's just something I really wanted to kind of cover before I went on. And part of it is, I've been this week. Good morning, Sammy. This week, Friday, the Daily Vibe turns 1, and I'm excited. But after a while, sorry guys, wardrobe malfunctions. After a while, you kind of think, well, how come I don't have more viewers? How come I don't have more subscribers on my YouTube channel? And you think that you're failing, and you think you're doing something wrong, and some people quit. Some people think, oh, well, I only have, X amount of subscribers, so why am I bothering? And I didn't do that. I continued on. I strove forward with the Daily Vibe because, one, it is something I enjoy doing. Two, it's a mild labor of my love. I say mild because I mean, a couple hours of my day. But, and I say a couple hours because yesterday's video is still trying to upload to Instagram. But, from yesterday. Yeah, we cover sometimes a lot of the same subjects. Sometimes we cover different subjects. Sometimes I just rattle on and on and on and I get on my soapbox about certain things. But I just wanted to read this. So I just wanted to thank everyone who watches the Daily Vibe. I realized that I have been so worried about subscriber numbers that I forgot the whole point of the Daily Vibe. Those who watch daily or when they can. I didn't start this vibe for numbers. I did it for that one person or persons who need to hear that one thing on any given day. So I am not going to worry about the numbers anymore, and I'm just going to focus on the main objective, which is sharing my story so others feel comfortable living and existing in their own. And some people might actually be inspired to share their stories. Of course, I would love the numbers, but I know they will come in time, but that's not my focus. My focus needs to be you, the viewer. Now, sorry, I kind of stumbled over that one. I was writing so fast because literally 8:28 and I'm like, so I see people that do their videos and they have their big introductions and their fancy music and all this stuff, but this is just us. No matter how many people come along down the road to watch this is my format. This is what I like. I feel like I'm sitting down in the morning or wherever you are, evening, afternoon, and just kind of chatting with people. I'm doing the majority of the talking, obviously, but I really do feel that. I feel like, this is what keeps it intimate. This is what keeps it, personal. And no matter how many viewers come along down the road, I'm not sure I ever want to change it from how we are now. I like doing the lives. One of the reasons I do actually do Facebook Live is because I get the comments and I enjoy the interaction with everybody. I know I'm only going to turn a year. I'm only going to turn a year. I know the Vibe is only going to turn a year on Friday, but this has been a whole year of my life. And I've only missed a couple of episodes. I've done it when I was on vacation. In fact, in the very early days of the Daily Vibe, about 2 weeks after I started it, maybe not even 2 weeks, it might have been just a week or so after I started it, I was on vacation with my family in Lake Havasu in Arizona, and with my cousins. It was our cousin week, or long weekend, or whatever it was. But I realized then that it might become something bigger than me, because I would wake up in the morning, because at the time I was doing it at 7:30 in the morning, and I would wake up early on vacation, no less, to make sure that the message got out, to make sure I did the vibe. My very first vibe, you guys, I'm going to go over that on Friday, but it was 6 minutes. I mean, look, I've already hit 6 minutes just rambling on about all this stuff. So, we do need another cousin week, but, or I just need time with baby sibling. So, I'm so selfish. but again, I do hope this daily vibe goes somewhere. I do hope that it touches a lot more people than what it reflects in my subscribers on YouTube. And if you have time and you haven't done it, please just, click and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's under my name, Shelly Marie Lucas. And, because it helps me out. And I think when people see numbers, they tend to take you more seriously. They tend to think, hey, she's, and just randomly pick a vibe. That's what I did last night. I actually went back to the beginning, and again, I'm going to cover this all Friday, because I had the giggles going through it last night. It's like, oh my God, seriously? I'm also going to cover the very first cards that I did on the daily vibe. One of them came from this deck, and I cannot believe which card that was that came out of the blue. But also, I'm going to be doing the affirmators this week instead of the mindful messages, because this is the deck I started with. I was shuffling at the beginning, and then at one point I thought, you know what, just like the Rebel deck we're doing now, I'm just going to start from the top and go to the bottom and see what happens. And we made it through. It was 50 cards. But so I got one today. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't looked at the Rebel card yet. But I just really wanted to cover that first and foremost. Okay, so to all of you who are watching, to all of you who have been watching, and to all of you who catch it on the replay, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this, and thank you for being there. Again, when they say it's a labor of somebody's love, I think a lot of times they say, oh, because I have all the blood, sweat, and tears I put into this. I put in a lot of my personal stuff into this, and it's not always easy to talk about. But, I love to write. I clearly love to talk. And I mean, you guys have seen me go through my ups and downs. You have seen me go through my spirals, my episodes, my events. You've seen me cry on camera. And everything is just, it's legit. It's real. I don't make anything up for this stuff. I don't come up with any, it's just, this is me. Okay. This is genuine I'm just as genuine as I can be every single vibe. I remember early on, I think only 2 things have stopped me. I can't remember how many vibes I've missed. I know it's less than a handful, but one was because I had a super sinus headache, and oh my God, I couldn't even see. So, I mean, trying to just focus on that would have been difficult. And then a couple weeks ago, as you know, when I had a cold, and I was actually on my way home, and you've seen me do some vibes from the car, but that was just not going to happen that day. So I guess let's just get to it. Okay, I've been rambling on long enough. First and foremost, I don't normally do these on the vibe because, but it was a special request, and so I'm going to put it at the beginning. But if you go to my Facebook page, it is public. There is a GoFundMe for Andre Gower, who was one of the stars of the Monster Squad. He is actually a family friend of older sibling. She's very good friends with the family, and she knows him very well. In fact, his movie and the documentary made about his movie is how we got a Terrence Tucker in our life. So I'm very, very grateful for that. I mean, Terrence Tucker, okay? You heard me mention him before. Very profound human being. Very, very grateful that he and his wife are in our lives. I still want to meet his wife. I had the opportunity, but the last time they were out here, I was so sick. I had the flu-ish. I had a bad, bad head cold, and it felt like the flu. But it was just not pretty. So unfortunately, we missed that opportunity. But yes, one of the most profound people that I've ever met in my life, and just really knows how to talk to people, just really knows how to lay things out on the line, and just kind of really get you jogging and thinking in your head. So Andre had a very, very sudden heart attack. In fact, it is one of those heart attacks that you literally, legit, have 60 minutes or your lifeline goes flat. And he was playing tennis with a friend of his who fortunately is a paramedic. And at first they didn't know. They thought, okay, well, he had low blood sugar because he was nauseous. He had a little tingling in his arm. And then all of a sudden he started having super tingling in his arm. Stuff started going sideways. He started turning a different shade of white, which is basically gray. And his friend's like, we got to get him to the hospital. Everything worked out perfectly. Nobody was in the emergency room on a Saturday, no less. Nobody was in the emergency room. Nobody was in the cath lab. They were able to save his life. And it could have been fatal. So everything just, that's the higher powers saying, you still have more work to do, my friend. So it's going to be a long road to recovery. So if you have an opportunity, even if you can't donate, if you could just share it, that would be great. Okay. So, and I appreciate it. It's also on my Twitter page under my goalie fan or Shelly Marie Lucas thing. I think I put it up on there. So again, I'm doing that for Sibling, and I would appreciate it immensely. So one of my favorite movies growing up. So I gotta admit that was kind of a high point in my life. Getting to meet, one of the stars, but not just that. I actually know his sister. So I met his sister through Sibling. It's sweetest person. And I finally met his mom too. So just a very delightful, loving, kind, genuine family. So whatever you can do, I appreciate it. Let's see. I covered the affirmators. I have notes today. Okay, I have notes because I just don't want to get lost. But I have affirmators countdown, which is this one. And also, I want to go back to body positivity for a moment. So I know I've been all over the board here, but I really want to go back to body positivity because the other day I was watching a commercial on TV, and a lot of times I just ignore commercials because it's kind of like, okay, is it done yet? But it was about a woman who had lost 200 pounds. Very good for her. Very good for her, because losing weight is not easy. It is so much easier to put it on than it is to take it off. I mean, you exercise, and if you don't see the difference, you freak out, and then you panic, and for people like me, you start emotionally eating. One thing I do want to point out, guys, don't weigh yourself all the time when you start working out, because muscle weighs more than fat. So you may think you're gaining weight, but what you're gaining is muscle. Okay, so, I mean, you could have two people who, one totally fit person and one person who doesn't work out. And the totally fit person may weigh a little bit more than the person who doesn't work out because they have muscle. Okay, muscle. My muscles are hiding. Okay, they're there, but they are hiding because, they're just shy. So anyways, shut up, baby sibling. I can hear her laughing and rolling her eyes. But anyways, I think what got me about the commercial though is she says, I finally have my self-esteem back, or something along those lines. And it all of a sudden, it's like I was kind of like this, I was on my on my phone playing my game, and during the commercials, and all of a sudden I look up and I'm all, wait, what? And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this commercial. I can't tell you how many times it's played on my TV while watching other shows. But it really caught me when she said, I have my self-esteem back. I have this, that, and the other. Self-esteem needs to come from who you are, where you are. And, Sammy says she never weighs herself because it's counterproductive. For a lot of people it is. I weigh myself maybe once a week. And that's because I find that I do better when I'm not shaming myself, which I'm working on. I'm really trying to work on not shaming myself. Especially, I think one of the reasons I mentioned the thing, actually, I'm going to go back really quick, okay, to the Andre thing, because the symptoms he was having are the symptoms that they always warn women about, okay? So, like, the tingling in the arm, the numbness, the nausea, like you have the flu, like a really bad flu. And those are the symptoms he was having, okay? So, if you are a man or a woman and you start feeling your chest tightening, get to the doctor ASAP, even if it's nothing, okay? I woke up in the middle of the night one night and it felt like somebody ripped my chest open. Okay, I mean, it's like somebody just dropped an anvil on my chest. But then it went away, so I went back to sleep. Then I told sibling about it the next morning over coffee, and she's like, "Excuse me? You're going to the ER." Well, it turns out because I moved a file cabinet, one of those big supply cabinets, across the office by myself. Told you, I got muscles, or just hiding. That at some point I must have moved it the wrong way. So I'd actually pulled a chest muscle. Okay, so it was nothing bad. But you never know. You'd rather go into the doctor, have all the tests done, and know that you're okay, than say, forget it, and then end up dead. Okay, so take it seriously. All right? It's not like a kidney infection. Your heart keeps you going. Well, the kidney does too, but I mean, your heart dies, you're gone. Okay? And then you hope your brain follows so that you're not on life support forever. Yeah, see, baby sibling. I rarely weigh myself too. I just try and listen to my body and eat what it likes. Yeah, see? Well, my body does not like the right things. So I really have to get all mommy on myself and just, nope. I need to channel my mother. No, you cannot have that. That's a treat, not a meal. But oh man. But anyways, yeah, so just watch those signs, okay? Look it up, read it. One of the top killers of women, the one in 3 is not cancer. It is heart attacks and strokes, respectively. Cancer falls in at number 2, okay? And I think that's a lot of times because, we see in the movies what you think, and it is not like that. Some people maybe, but the majority of the people no. So if you are feeling that ickiness or if you're feeling that tightness in your chest, please go get checked. It doesn't matter if it's bad. I mean, it matters, but I mean, it doesn't matter if you think it's nothing. It does matter. Wait. Okay, let me try that again. Now I'm just being dumb. It matters, okay? Don't write it off. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter if it just ends up being a pulled muscle. And you're okay. Because one time it may not be a pulled muscle, it may actually be something bad. And you can't always fix that. Okay? That was the first time I ever heard of a heart attack like that where you literally have 60 minutes or you're done. Okay? And it's scary to put it that way, but I do it like that because I do it that way because, I have my own fears. So, that's the second time this week something's hit me upside the head that says you need to take care of yourself and get healthy. So, and, do you? What I do does not affect anybody else. I share my story because, I know what I need to do because I have a pre-existing heart condition, and I want to stay healthy. I want to live to be old. So I have a goal. Okay. I want to be here for the tricentennial of the United States. Okay. And I have to be 103 and a half to do that. I have goals, like hashtag life goals. So, there, but, yeah. So, I barely remember I don't even remember the first one, and I probably won't remember the next one, but you know what? As long as I know I'm there, I'm there. But, I don't know. I'm hoping my brain is still going strong at 103 and a half. So anyways, but yeah, going back to the lady in the commercial. And these were not actor portrayals. These are legit people who were patients who said, hey, you know what? I want to do this. But one thing I noticed when I went through my OptiFast program the year my mother was dying, the summer my mom was dying, they covered 1 hour of emotional eating, or eating when you have feelings, eating your feelings. 1 hour out of 4 months. 1 hour. People can teach you how to eat. People can teach you the right things to eat. We can listen to our bodies and eat what it likes. We can, sit there and read all the books we want. But until you find the love for yourself, until you find your self-esteem in whatever size you are at, you are putting yourself in the corner, and you're going to fight your way out. I speak from experience. I've done the weight loss programs. I've done the dieting. I've done it all. Okay. And now I'm actually losing weight because I'm just like baby sibling. I'm just listening to my body now. I need to start moving a little bit more, and I'm starting to do that, and I'm starting to enjoy it. And like I said, guys, whoever's watching this, you do you, okay? Thick or thin, people are beautiful. If somebody doesn't see that, don't worry, because your people will see that. The right people who are in your life is going to see that, okay? But if you have unhealthy, lifestyles, not just an emotional eater. Emotional eating is just one eating disorder. There's anorexia, there's bulimia, there is excessive dieting. These are all things, and they're all real, and it's all in here. We have to fix this to keep whatever it is that we see in the mirror, I love when I see people who just go out and do their thing. Yesterday, I had the best day because I felt great. I was really big on myself yesterday. I loved my makeup. I loved my outfit. I loved my hair. I loved everything about me yesterday. And then I realized, why can't I do that anyways, even without the specific outfit or without the certain makeup or whatever? It's self-esteem. When you feel good about yourself, other people see it. I felt good about myself. I turned on that camera yesterday and I was like, whoa. So, and it was a confidence thing. And that's what I want to build on. I want to keep building on that confidence. I want people to keep building on their confidence, thick or thin. I want people to love themselves. That's what body positivity and body love is all about. Your self-esteem doesn't come from losing 200 pounds. It feels like it does because people are noticing you. People are saying, hey, you look great. Why do we do that to people? If you know somebody's losing weight and you know that they're actively trying to lose weight, then tell them, hey, good job. You look great. But if somebody just pops up on your door one day and they've managed to lose 15 pounds and you notice, why didn't you notice them before? It's still the same person. There's just less weight on them. Their soul hasn't changed. Their personality may not have changed. We put too much emphasis on how we look that people are trying so hard. You can hear me? Okay, sorry. My camera just went all loopy on me, or my signal. But I'm going to get this message out whether somebody likes it or not. So take that. But it doesn't matter. Okay? Like I said, this woman said, I lost 200 pounds and, I have my self-esteem back. And it's like, I understand. And here's the deal. We have a lot of people who mean well in our lives. You need to lose weight. You need to do this. You're going to die if you don't. They mean well. We know they mean well. But there has to be a better way, because we're literally telling somebody that you're not worthy if you don't look the way society wants you to look. You're not important unless you look the way society wants you to look. For years, I was trying to lose weight just because that's what society said I had to do. And I rebelled I'm a rebellious one, but I rebelled in the wrong way because I do have a lifeline that I have to keep alive. I do have to get healthy. But now I'm doing it on my own terms, and I'm not, well, I guess I just told all of you guys, but I'm not telling anybody else. You know, I have my older sibling here, who again I've mentioned is my soul sister and my roommate. And, you know, I've told her because she is here to keep me on track. She is the one that sees me the most. She is the one that knows when I'm going out to get something to eat. She is the one who can tackle me at the door if I say, hey, I'm going to go get some fast food today. No. But I guess I chose at one point to not want to tell anyone because I didn't want that pressure. My Wi-Fi is acting crazy, and it always does this when I get really emotional. So maybe it's me. Maybe I need to back the fuck off the camera a little bit. But I don't want people to put their esteem into their size. Are you a good person? Are you a kind person? Do people love you? Do people care about you? Do your friends like being around you? Do people text you to make sure you're okay? Do your people cherish you? That's where your self-esteem should come from. More importantly, do you do all those things for yourself? Because that is the root of your self-esteem. The root of your self-esteem is in your cup of happiness. You know, if your cup is empty and you're serving from an empty cup, then you're not serving yourself either. You're just needing to be needed. And that's how some people live too. They need to be needed, so they give so much of themselves that they forget to take care of themselves. We have to massage the noodle, and we have to make sure that the noodle knows that it's important to love yourself first and foremost. That's where self-esteem comes from. It comes from your self-love. It comes from you going out there every day, no matter what you look like, what size you are, and saying, I'm going to own today. Today's my bitch. Okay? I didn't care yesterday. I mean, normally I put on a pair of Spanx when I have a dress like that. I left the house with just bra and underwear. Well, obviously in my dress. And I didn't care. And I was ready to get out of the car, except the beach was so crowded yesterday because I forgot, when holidays land on a Saturday or a Sunday, it's usually the day before or the day after that is utilized for corporations as a holiday in America. So it was packed. But I drove home. But I didn't care. I had the windows down. I was singing at the top of my lungs. I was just enjoying myself. And when I got home, I realized it wasn't, I realized that part of it was because I kept thinking, wow, I look hot today. So I need to take this face and this girl out today. But then I realized it's because I saw myself. I allowed myself to see myself. I hear my cat outside my door, just meowing like crazy. But I allowed myself to see myself. My outfit's different today. My makeup's different today. My hair is almost different today. Didn't quite have the pizzazz as it had yesterday. But I see me now. And maybe that was the whole point, was to see myself. Was to see myself beyond the lipstick color that everybody loved, beyond the makeup, beyond the hair. If I let down my hair, I literally look like Medusa. Okay? It's everywhere. But see, I'm learning too as we go, because I put so much into what I look like yesterday, and it didn't change the person I am on the inside. Or maybe it did. Maybe it's telling me now, you're preaching about your self-esteem and having self-esteem and not needing to do this, that, or the other. I think what raised my self-esteem was that I posted a picture. I changed my profile picture on Facebook and pretty much everywhere else. And I got all these lovely comments. And, it wasn't because of what I was wearing or my makeup. I think what it was is that the difference between the last profile picture I had and this one is I had that confidence. And it shone through. right? It shone through. You know, it was like a lighthouse. You could just see this brightness coming from me. Just, you know, my smile wasn't fake. My eyes did not look like I was sad. You know, if you look at my old profile picture from the last time in that brown or that rust colored dress I had, look at my eyes. My eyes are sad because I was spiraling at the time. But yesterday, everything just poofed, you know? And so, yeah, I guess I'm learning something today too. You know, it's not about what we look like on the outside, guys. It's all about who we are on the inside that shines through. And I know I mentioned this last week sometime that, you know, when you vibe high, people notice. People, you know, they're drawn to you. And that's what's important. And that's the whole point of the vibe, is to remind us who we are on the inside, that our happiness and our self-esteem and our self-confidence and everything comes from that love that we give ourselves. You know, oh God, there's an Oscar Wilde quote. It's one of my favorites, and yet for the life of me, every time I want to quote it, I forget it. And then the minute I stop the camera, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. But it's about loving oneself. I think I posted it last week, so it's in one of the vibes. But I think it's to love oneself. I'm so sorry that my Wi-Fi keeps freaking out on everybody. I apologize. But yeah, okay, I guess that's it. Maybe someone was telling me, move on. So people have things to do today. So let's get to the affirmators card. Impermanence. This is funny. I was actually watching one of the vibes yesterday, and it talked about impermanence. See, little boat, and the waves, and look, see here, storm, sunshine. Do not anchor your boat. Okay, do not anchor. Do not throw your anchor. Sail through the storm, because you will come through the storm. All right. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing opportunity, non-entity. I'm going to read that again because I saw the stupid thing pause again. I'm telling you, this Wi-Fi is for shit sometimes. Uverse, you can suck it. But yeah, I said that out loud. So anyways, impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. Don't give up on yourself when things start to go rough and things start to go bad. Do not throw your anchor. Okay? It may take a little while. Your ship may slow down. Your sails may feel like they're falling flat. But don't throw your anchor. Don't give up, okay? Because that wind will pick up again, and you will sail back into the sunshine. You will sail back into the good days. Bad days are a part of life, just like good days are a part of life. You know, it's always perspective. Life may not be easy, but, you know, it may have bad moments, but it's bad moments in a beautiful life. You know, even if the bad moments just feel like they're going to kill you, they are bad moments in a beautiful life, because our good moments, for the majority of the people in this world, the way we perceive things, if you perceive them like this, they're a moment. The bad moments are a blip on your radar. And they will not be able to overshadow your good times. They're just a moment. So, oh, I think this one's for me. Rebel deck. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. Yes, they can. Overthinker here. Hi, overthinker. Hello, my name is Shelly Marie Lucas, and I'm an overthinker. Hi, Shelly. So, oh my God. Yeah, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. If you know what kind of goes with this one. If you're having bad thoughts, it's probably a sneaky, lying bastard. So I mean, we have spidey instincts, right? And your spidey instincts will sometimes tell you, this situation's no bueno. So maybe I ought to move past it. But sometimes everything can be going swell, just swell. Everything can be going great, can be going, fantastic. And you will think, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? When are things going to start going bad? When are things going to Titanic on me and go super sideways? Don't. That's the sneaky bastard trying to tell you that because it doesn't want you to be happy. It doesn't want you to succeed. It doesn't want you to push through whatever it is you're pushing through, because sometimes the bad thoughts, it's a safe place. Right? It's a comfort zone. And sometimes we're afraid to leave our comfort zone. Are we not? Yes. So, impermanence, sneaky bastards. So don't believe all the shitty thoughts. Okay? All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging in there today. I'm sorry that my little soapbox moment was a bit long earlier about why I do the vibe. But I do thank you for hanging in there. Tomorrow is Self-Care Wednesday. I'm going to try to come up with something special. Maybe I'll go in there and pull a special affirmators card for Self-Care Wednesday. Maybe we'll pull a mindful message one too, because like I said, self-care isn't always about what we can do for ourselves in the moment. It's how we can retrain our brain so that when we have these moments of impermanence, that we can sail through them. We can always know that there's good on the other side of the bad. All right, even when it doesn't feel like it, there is always a bright side. Sorry, my Wi-Fi again, for Fraggle's sake. But, see, Sammy, I just changed my computer wallpaper last night to some art that says all things must pass. It does. And one of my dad's favorite sayings, which is a very common saying, is very similar to that says, this too shall pass. A lot of us watching this, including myself, who is doing this vibe, we've been at the bottom. We've been in the darkness so long that sometimes it just feels impossible that you will reach the light. Sometimes you get close to the light and you pull away because you freak out, because it is scary. Trying to go through life, handling things is scary because it makes you feel like, whoa, how did I do that? Was that even possible? I did not know that I could go 5 days in a row feeling great, because I've never had that. It's like I told you guys yesterday. I'm in this very interesting position in my life right now because I'm not feeling guilt. I'm not feeling shame. I'm not feeling this emotional pain that, and I'm not feeling this anger. And all these things were my anchors. They were things that, I protected myself with for too long, for so many years. And I didn't even realize sorry, my Wi-Fi again. But I didn't realize they were a part of me until one day I sat down and I did all that shadow work and I did all the hard things and I ripped myself inside and out and, healed. It was like a puzzle. I tore myself apart and I put myself back together. And it was the most challenging, terrible thing I've ever done in my life. And it was the best thing I have ever done in my life. I found the light. Now, I do reserve my anger when I'm driving. Oh, I reserve my anger for when I'm driving. But no, really, I'm getting better at that too. And that's why I don't preach to say, be nice to people on the roads, because I'm still working on that. I cannot preach what I do not practice. So, I do catch myself doing things and I'm like, well, if I'm doing the vibe, I guess I better behave, because don't want to be naughty. And, got to practice what I preach, right? So, anyways, again, I'm sorry this is so long. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Keep it positive in your life. Just go out there and keep it positive, okay? I will talk to everybody tomorrow for Self-Care Wednesday. Have a wonderful day.